I've been chasing a great Daytona Spyder for a little while, and I finally got invited out to have a look at the car.
So where's this guy?
He's owned the Daytona Spyder since 1976. He's the second owner. He's skittish though. If he's maybe selling it, maybe not. It's not like he's actively got it for sale.
Yeah.
So, and he just seems like he's paranoid.
Anytime you get a call on a Daytona Spyder, especially one like this that's supposed to be super original, you have to go and see it. I mean, there's only 122 of these things ever built. There's such good inventory. It's a Ferrari, it's a Spyder. It checks all the boxes.
Maybe just wait here a sec.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Don, how are you?
Good, and you?
Very good.
Here to see the car?
Yes.
Okay. I've changed my mind. I don't want to be on TV.
I mean, the guy called us to come out and have a look at the car and shoot the show, but when he answered the door, he didn't want to be on TV anymore, so that kind of made things a little bit difficult.
Fair enough. Okay. Should I just open the door?
Yeah, I'll open the garage door for you.
Okay.
It's always funny. It's really like a movie. As soon as you pull up and the garage door is rolling up and you're gonna see the car there, you don't know whether it's just gonna be, you know, a bunch of junk or a great original car. Pull it out. Yeah.
Wow. As soon as we opened the garage door, I could feel the warmth of the engine. Obviously, the car had been running, which to me is a great sign. It means he cares enough, he's trying to sell it, that he wants to make sure it fires up as soon as we start it.
You obviously just had it running.
Yeah. Once we pulled the car out and it became evident that it was original interior, just a great original looking car, plays the part right, paint looks old. I'm excited about this thing. This thing is mint.
This is one where I don't have to look at it too long. Man, she just looks super original again. There's a couple of telltale signs that'll tell you it's a real Spyder. The floors are slightly different, the steel inner aprons. All the Spyders, the fenders are steel, eh?
Okay.
And a bunch of smaller items. But we've already done our due diligence. We talked to Marcel Massini. It's on the list of original Spyders. They have every single serial number, so we know it's a real car. Now it's just a matter of how original is the car. It's all original carpets, too. The mouse fur is pretty nice, though. It doesn't take long. Within about 2 or 3 minutes, I know I'm gonna try and buy this car. It's everything we were expecting, plus a little bit. It's just a fabulous, great car that's got all of its original components. Just a great car candidate for Preservation Cup. This is the jack and everything. It's mint.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
That's brand new.
Wow. I was expecting a really good original car, but this car far exceeded my expectations.
Bunch of parts.
Wow, all the smog equipment, all the original hoses.
Yeah.
Some actor tubes. And these are the original carpets.
Yep.
Sometimes they're a little stubborn. Push that back. Holy crap, look at this bearing.
Look, sticker's still on it.
Wow. And these are the made in France ones?
Yeah.
Check the other tires.
Yeah, all of them made in France.
Wow. And they're pretty good still, eh?
Mm-hmm.
After seeing both toolkits, the spare tire, all of the original components for this car, I really wanted to get a deal done with this fella. It's a great car.
Yeah.
Do you want to put all this away? I'm going to go talk to the guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Normally I would have Gary come in. It'd be a great opportunity for him to learn how negotiations work. But for whatever reason, this fella was pretty adamant that he just wanted to talk to me about doing this deal.
I'm certainly not new to waiting around for my dad. I think all the time, you know, we'd go look at a car when we were little, my mom would come along, and it wouldn't be uncommon for my dad to be doing a deal for an hour, 2 hours, sometimes even 3 hours, and we just have to sit, patiently wait. So nothing new for me.
It was interesting trying to make him understand how the process worked. He'd never sold a really big dollar car before, and he's owned this car since '76. With any of these deals, there's always an element of trust. And it's easier if we're there face to face and I can actually explain the process to him, how the money gets wired in. He asked if I would call his bank because he still didn't understand it. After talking to his own bank manager, I think it made him feel more comfortable. A lot of times it's easier to do a deal face to face. I know Gary was waiting outside, but I didn't want to leave once I thought a deal could be had.
I don't know, did time go faster when you were a kid? I'm bored.
Turns out it's taking a lot longer than even I expected.
Normally it's a good sign when my dad takes a little bit of time inside, but this has been a long time. I sure hope the deal's not falling apart.
Well, Gary texted me about an hour ago that lunch was in the car. Now I'm getting nervous because I know that kid can eat.
I was bored. I eat when I'm bored.
Okay, thanks again.
Did you get it done?
Yeah. He's an older guy.
I mean, it took long enough.
The money's already wired.
Okay.
So we had to do the bill of sale, send it back to Sarah, get it back.
Yeah.
You know, scan the title, and then, you know, get the money into his account. I had to talk to his bank because he didn't understand
How it all worked.
how the process works, and it's, you know,
It's a lot of money.
He's nervous, but all good. Let's go.
It's a nice car.
Yeah. Do you eat my lunch?
Yep.
Nice.
As soon as we got the Spyder back to the shop, we put it up on the hoist. What I wanted to see was what was underneath 40 years of grease and grime. As we started to remove it, we could see the car was super original. So the plan now was purely to clean it. Soap and water, not harsh detergents. We were not gonna take a spray bomb to anything. We're not gonna try and detail anything. We're not gonna try and repaint anything. Our whole goal is rather to preserve than to restore this car. For the next 2 or 3 owners and next generations, what we want them to do is look at this car and understand it's a car that we can learn from, how the factory did things, not somebody's interpretation of how the factory did it, but how the factory actually did it.
I'm curious to drive one of these things. You know, I've heard they're big, heavy cars, but it's a proper touring car. I want to see how it performs as a good touring car. In 1971, Ferrari decided to build the Daytona Spyder. They built 122 of these things from 71 until 73. Of the 122 Spyders built, 5 of them were white, this being one of them. It was funny, I was just looking at what these things were new. The Spyder was 25 grand US, and the Berlinetta was 23 grand, so a $2,000 spread. Now, I mean, you look back and you probably should have bought the Spyder. They're like 4 times the difference. Beautiful sounding car. Proper Ferrari sound. Just driving this thing, this is how a grand touring car should feel. I mean, the seat's super comfortable. Steering wheel, great location. Shifter right up to your hand here. And at 352 horsepower with the Colombo V12, thing pulls hard. What a beautiful car.
We just bought one of the 5 white Daytona Spyders, fabulous original car, and Gary just sold a Camaro and took a Ferrari Mondale in on trade. I love great original cars, so once we tweaked the car back at the shop, we were gonna take it down to Cavallino. To me, that's the ultimate test, when you get the most knowledgeable Ferrari guys on the planet to crawl the car and let me know what they think the car is really all about. All of the cars are driven onto the show field in the early AM, but we still had a little work to do. Greg's a good friend and a Daytona expert. He knows these cars inside and out. So when he said he'd have a look at the car for me on Friday night, I thought it would be great. When he told me there were a couple things that we should really change, I asked him if he would help me out. It's always a little nerve-wracking, even though I've judged cars before, to have your car judged. So this was, we bought it from the second owner. So there's the Rossini report. So it was sold new at Harrah's, then it went to the fellow in Florida and who's owned it since '76. The judges were all interested in the history of this car and were wondering where had it been all these years. Anytime I'm talking to the judges, I want them to understand the history of the car and the story of the car.
You see the 77 plate on it, but it's 76. And then that's the sticker still on the window and everything. Other than the one mouse hole in the thing that...
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
To win the Preservation Cup again after the last time we took the 4-cam down would be spectacular.
Moved, but that red paint is always lined up with the valve stem.
These guys and gals are real Ferrari nuts and genuinely love talking about cars. You know, anytime you have 3 or 4 judges together scrutinizing your car, you're always a little bit nervous, but at the end of the day, we're all having a good time. They're learning, we're learning. It's just a great event with a bunch of guys that are all like-minded and just love Ferraris.
It's very pretty. Thank you so much for bringing it.
Thanks for having us.
One of the nerve-wracking processes with a lot of these shows is making sure everything is operational. They want to see the lights work, they want to see the windows work, they want to see the turn signals work, the horn, the car has to run. Everything has to be functioning on it, and it's a quick way to lose a bunch of points that's really going to hurt you at the end of the day. After the car was judged, I had an opportunity to walk around. There were some fabulous Ferraris on display. There's great satisfaction in taking a car that's been sitting in a guy's garage for years and years, doing a preservation type cleanup on it, taking it to a major event like Cavallino, and winning the Preservation Cup. Sometimes that whole process can take years, but well worth it when it all comes together.